Psychoman. Traits. Perfect Chojin physiology, possesses immense physical strength, extreme durability, and speed on par with top-tier Chojins. His body can endure absurd levels of punishment. Dark chakra manipulation. Psychoman uses his emotional wave attacks, techniques that weaponize specific emotional states, like hatred, fear, guilt, to cripple or manipulate his opponents. His signature guilt hold targets his victims' emotional trauma. High-level grappling and technique, trained in the Hell's training regimen, giving him mastery over painful joint locks, slams, and psychological submission holds. Psychological warfare specialist, exploits weakness not just physically, but mentally and spiritually. Chojin intelligence, one of the most analytical perfect Chojins, he studies his opponent's fears and morals before exploiting them in battle. Bolst Monica. Traits. Peak human enhancement. Through night training and enchanted equipment, she operates at the upper levels of physical capability, strong enough to fight large monsters and magical threats. Magic enchanted armor and weaponry, her sword and shield are imbued with elemental and defensive runes, enhancing her strike force, reflexes, and defense against magic and raw damage. Tactical commander, experienced in battlefield leadership, positioning, and counters. Rarely lets emotion cloud judgment. High willpower, resistant to fear and intimidation, excels under pressure. Reality-based limitation. Despite her gear and power-ups, her stats remain within the upper limits of a fantasy military elite, not superhuman in a cosmic or divine sense. Fight analysis. Power and durability. Psychoman's strength can shatter stone arenas, bend steel cages, and throw multi-ton Chojins around like dolls. His durability is such that he survives direct hits from gods and elite warriors. Bolst Monica has powerful enchanted defenses and exceptional training, but she's still fundamentally within the realm of enhanced humans. Her durability would likely not match a top-tier Chojin's punishment threshold. Advantage: Psychoman, vastly superior physical stats. Technique and skill. Psychoman mixes sadistic technical wrestling with emotion-based debuffs and holds. He controls momentum, tempo, and even perception during battle. Bolst Monica fights with knightly precision, high skill, trained parries, and sharp reaction time, especially against monsters. Advantage: balanced. Bolst is highly trained, but Psychoman's styles are alien and cruel, using emotional trauma as a weapon. Psychological edge. Psychoman is a master manipulator, targeting weaknesses of the soul. If Bolst has any suppressed guilt or regret, he will exploit it directly through his techniques. Bolst Monica is mentally fortified and disciplined but may not be prepared for the Chojin-style psychological assault, especially the weaponization of her inner fears. Advantage: Psychoman, mental warfare is his domain. Adaptability and combat intelligence. Bolst Monica excels at adapting mid-battle and analyzing opponent strategies quickly. Psychoman is methodical, surgical, and studies opponents with a long-term analytical mindset. Advantage: slightly favors Psychoman, he's more manipulative and preemptive in his approach. Overall chance of winning. Psychoman, 85% chance of victory. With overwhelming stats, psychological attacks, and battlefield control, Psychoman is simply operating on a higher conceptual level than Bolst Monica. His ability to bypass physical and mental defenses simultaneously is beyond what a disciplined knight can endure long-term. Bolst Monica, 15% chance of victory. If she resists his emotional manipulation entirely and counters with strategic use of her gear and agility, she might catch Psychoman off guard, particularly in a terrain that limits grappling or emotional proximity. But her odds are tied to perfect execution and resilience against a supernatural opponent far outside her usual tier. Conclusion: Psychoman dominates in both power and psychological depth. Bolst Monica might be a superior knight and tactician in her world, but she faces a perfect Chojin whose entire fighting style is designed to break both body and soul. Unless Bolst exploits terrain, divine intervention, or outside buffs, she is unlikely to overcome the overwhelming pressure and cruelty that Psychoman brings to a fight.